Hi, I'm Leon, the founder of Audio Advice. In this video, I'll go over everything you need to know on how to get started with your Pro-Ject PRO turntable. Setting it up will be fun and go smoothly if you prepare for everything you'll need in advance. I hope this guide enables you to be spinning some vinyl and enjoying music faster than you expected. First, you'll want to prepare for where your turntable will be positioned. If you have large speakers, it's a good idea to not put your new turntable next to your speakers. Having your turntable too close to speakers can cause acoustic feedback, which is a howling sound you'll only need to hear once to know you've done something wrong. Help your turntable off to a good start by putting it on a solid level surface. You'll also want your turntable to be pretty close to your amplifier or phono preamp. It's important to remember the cables coming out of your turntable are carrying a very low level signal. They are short on purpose for this reason. You also do not want to have any AC power cords running parallel to them. When unboxing your turntable, I suggest you unbox your turntable either on the floor or on a table near its final position. Save all the packing. It will come in very handy when you move, and lay everything out so it's easy to get to. Next, go ahead and put your turntable in the spot you picked out for it. The Pro has height adjustable feet. Simply use the level to get your new Pro perfectly level. I feel it's best to connect everything up before you do the final assembly, as it's easier to turn things around while the turntable is not fully assembled and everything should still be protected at this point. The Pro comes with an interconnect cable that has some yellow sleeves on one end for the left and right cables. Those go into your phono preamp or the phono input on your amplifier or receiver. The cartridge on the Pro is a moving magnet cartridge type. If you have a choice on your preamp or receiver, make sure to select MM or moving magnet. Your turntable comes with a power supply that will plug into the wall. You'll see a small white box with a power supply and a bag inside with various wall connectors. Choose the one for the US and snap it onto the connector. You have to push it on, then push it down or up depending on how you're holding it, and it will lock into place. On the other end, there's a small round connector that fits into a hole on the back of your turntable. Go ahead and plug this into the back of your turntable and plug the other end into an outlet. Try and keep the power cables away from your audio cables. Next, you can start assembling. I've taken everything out already and removed most of the protective packing, but you'll want to remove the platter from its protective bag and remove the felt mat from its bag. The next step is to put the belt on. I've already taken the piece of cardboard out that comes under it, so put that in a safe place in case you ever need to move the turntable. You want to use the flat belt. There's a round belt and a flat belt in the box. The flat belt is for 33 and 45, the round is for 78. So make sure your hands are clean or put on some kind of rubber gloves. And then just simply loop it over this pulley right here. You're done. Now locate the platter, the outer platter, and gently lower it over the spindle, and then you'll want to take the felt mat and put that on top of it. Now we're going to balance the tone arm. You'll find in the box a little counterweight that looks like this, and this counterweight is designed to work with either heavier or medium to lightweight cartridges, so it's got more weight on one end than the other, which is kind of neat. You're going to want to find where it says 58, and that goes on the back side as you slide it onto the tone arm. So just slide that on and start turning it. Turn it towards the front and it's going to stop right there. And I find if you then take it and rotate it back about a quarter of a turn, you're going to be very close to where we need to be when we start to adjust the tracking force. Now we're getting to the part where you need to be very careful. We got to take the guard off of the stylus, and this comes with a little rubber band that's a little tricky to get off. Take that off first. Then the guard just slides straight down. Put this in a safe place because you're going to want to put it back on if you ever go to clean your turntable or move it. Now we're at the part where you need to be very careful from here on out. Locate the stylus gauge that's in the box. This has numbers on it and lines that go to a little dot. Locate the 20 and find its dot. And then set the gauge down roughly in this position. We'll fine tune it in just a second. It's important to keep as safe as you can to use the cueing lever when you're raising and lowering the tone arm for the next few steps. So what we're going to do is kind of You can see it. 2.0 is right there. We're very close. Almost there. That's really close. Okay, so now, in this situation, I don't have enough downward force because this is kind of like a teeter-totter. The idea is to get this to float. So I need to take some more weight and put it towards the front of the tone arm. So I'm going to raise this up, move that slightly. There we have it finally. This is a little bit tedious, but just take your time and use the cueing lever and you'll be good. One thing to note, this gauge has a hole in it which you think would go over here. Don't do that and start there. Just use it as we showed you. Take the arm and put it back in the rest and lock it down. Now it's time to install the anti-skate. It has a little loop on the end. The idea is to get this loop over the post and put it on the middle notch. There we go, middle, perfect. Then loop it over here and it just hangs freely. Every once in a while I see this table come where this piece is moved over this way where it's like parallel to this side. It won't work if that's the case. There's a tiny set screw right here. You can loosen just slightly, then move this over if you have to. It should be at about a 38-degree angle. And the final step is to install the dust cover. There's these posts on the back. You just line these up, slide it on. We're done. Now it's time to play a record. The little switch on the left is how you power on the turntable. If you flick it to the left, it's 33. To the right is 45 or 78. So start that up. Pick up your tone arm this way. Move it over the lead-in groove. Lower it down. And you're enjoying your first record on your new Pro-Ject PRO. We hope you get many years of great musical enjoyment out of this amazing turntable. Audio Advice is an authorized dealer of high-performance audio products from great brands all around the world. If you have questions or need audio advice, you can chat with an expert at audioadvice.com, call us, or visit one of our 2 world-class showrooms in Raleigh and Charlotte, North Carolina. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted when more great content like this comes out. We post almost on a weekly basis. We'll see you next time.